Okay, this video we should call Does This Radio Do 400 Watts? Because the RCI 2970 N4, turn that down a bit, just turn the beam around to WA, is reportedly a 400 watt radio. And today I thought, well, since I'm up and about, let's get a 125 amp power supply and let's put it on a German opti beam, and let's just have a look through a bird PEP meter as to exactly what this does. Now let's do now I'm on an antenna, so I need to make that very clear. VK3 Charlie Mike testing. Just anybody tell us if frequency is clear. VK3 Charlie Mike testing. I won't show the power meter just yet on the video. Hang on. Certainly looking positive. Alright, looks like the frequency is clear. Could hear a bit of burst from somewhere to the side there, but we're good. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, so a bit of torque power. Keep in mind, we're looking at the middle scale. Hello? Oh boy. Hello? There's definitely 350 watts there. Hello? VK3 Charlie Mike testing, the 350 watts off this little thing. Hello? Well, that's off a bird. That's off a bird, which, you know, that's as real as you're going to get with 350 watts. That's they say 400 watts, but I sort of wondered whether or not they'd, but I did wonder if they'd even make 250, 300 watts, to be honest. So, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. VK3 Charlie Mike testing. Hello, hello, hello. Definitely there's 350 watts coming out of these things. Be interesting to see, you know, if you went up and down the band a bit, where or not, you know, whether that does change at all. My beam is resonant around 28,490 through to 29,600, so it's you know, probably the best spot for me to put this on the antenna at the moment. But let's just have a look. If we were to go 490, whoops, and put out a general CQ. Now, I don't know, the band was open to WA half an hour ago. That means nothing on 10 metres, of course. VK3 Charlie Mike, just testing a Ranger 2970 N4 400 watt radio. VK3 Charlie Mike, VK3 Charlie Mike on 28,490. I'm beaming over towards WA. 1, 2, just running about 350 watts on this thing. VK3 Charlie Mike, wonder if anyone where I'm pointing over towards WA is hearing us. VK3 Charlie Mike, just testing a Ranger RCI 2970 N4. You never know. It is 10 metres, and sometimes 10 metres can be a bit... Now, that's interesting. Ah, that would be clever. Hang on, I just realised someone's had this on CB, of course. Hang on. We need to go to upper sideband.
Maybe you just come to upper sideband.
Yes, sorry about that. My apologies. That would help. VK3 Charlie Mike.
Yeah, good afternoon, Brenton. VK3 Charlie Mike, VK3 India Mike Sierra.
I can't believe I did that. This radio, obviously someone had it on CB before, and I've just hooked it up and gone, oh. Anyway, yeah, you're booming in, absolutely booming in. It's one of those Ranger RCI 2970 N4s, so they sort of talk about them being 400 watts. I can tell you on the bird meter here, definitely every bit of 350 watts. Hang on the meter. Yep, every bit of 350 watts, so yeah, not too bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, right, geez. Yeah, okay. It must be a fairly sizable radio if they got, it depends if they got a power supply built in, over.
No, they've got a, it's a big, huge heatsink. I'm just showing, I'm doing a bit of a video on this at the moment. I'll just show the viewers the size of the heatsink on this, and yeah, it is quite a huge heatsink, but I've got it hooked up to one of those QMax 125 amp power supplies, and I'm just coming off the 8-element opti beam. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. And what are the PA final? Are they a LDM MOS or some sort of other MOSFET over?
Yeah, no, good point. Look, I haven't checked, but if they're anything like the previous ones I've seen, it'll be a whole lot of smaller little FETs, a whole lot of smaller FETs that they use from memory. But I actually haven't pulled up the circuit on this one yet to have a look, but that might be something to do before I finish this video, is actually have a look at the circuit and say, right, what do they use? Because it's effectively getting its power. It's actually not too bad. And it's not running hot, so yeah, amazing. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. All right, well, I'll let you keep trying to some other stations there, and good luck with VK3CM from VK3IMS. Cheers.
Yeah, 73s, and yeah, it works better on upper sideband, that's for sure. Thanks for that, 73s.
Yeah, cheers.
VK3EM, you copy VK6NWF mobile.
VK6 NWF mobile, VK3 Charlie Mike, do you copy? Go ahead.
Yeah, VK3 CM, Five Nature, the mobile station, very loud. Audio sounds good, yeah, no problems at all, Evan.
That's amazing. Yeah, look, good receiver on this thing too. This is the first time I've ever played with one of these, and I just thought it'd be nice to make a little video out of it, operating on 10 meters. And luckily the band's been open, so I'm pointing over to you at the moment with the beam. So you're good signal. I didn't actually. It's one of those digital meters that you can't really tell, but it certainly sounds like a 5 and 9 signal. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problems at all, mate. They're very loud this way. It's down to Bunbury. My home studio is in near Mandurah. You know the area all, about an hour and a half south of Perth. Name this place Wayne, Whiskey Alpha Yankee November Echo Wayne, over.
Yeah, good on you, Wayne. Name is Brenton, Boston Radio Echo November Tango Oscar November, Brenton, and I'm in a small town called Tangambalanga, northeast Victoria, about 20 minutes out of Albury-Wodonga, so not too far from civilization, but on a few acres here, so it's nice to have a bit of free space. But yeah, good signal coming in from the mobile. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries, Brendan. You're the Brendan that sells radios and stuff on Facebook sites. I'm not sure that's you or not. Might be somebody else, over.
Yeah, that's me. We've got an awful lot to get rid of too, so yeah, that's us.
Yeah, what's mate? No worries. I see you advertised a fair building. I could quite
Look at that
about
signal
an
come up.
85 mic there a while back, but we decided to go a different direction. Went with a heel ICM in the end for the talk up to my 7300 at home, but it seems to work okay, over.
Yeah, look, the ICM's a good mic, absolutely. No, the Heil's fantastic, and it was shocking to hear Bob Heil passing away recently. A great guy for sure. By the way, you've really picked up, like you're nearly off the scale on here. They just on this little digital meter, so it really did come up in that last over. So yeah, they're good conditions into WA today, but yeah, just got lucky. You'll be able to see this on our YouTube channel. I'm just doing a bit of a video of the little RCI in action. Very impressive. Well, I'm impressed. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no problems at all, Brendan. Yeah, it definitely sounds okay. Nice crisp audio. And looked at the signal media of S9 that last over, so probably touch over actually. It's very, very loud. But you're trying the Icon 706 Mark 2G in the car into the Codan 9350 auto-tune antenna, Brendan,
Yeah, good reliable antenna, the 9350. I'm using the 3040 these days on the back of the four-wheel drive, but I used the 9350 for a lot of years. Great antenna, really are. Amazing what you can do with 100 watts and a 9350, that's for sure. Work the world. All right, well, this thing's keeping up. Let me go. Hello. Yeah, hasn't lost a bit of its power during our overs, so just having a look on the bird meter, and that's looking good. So, oh well, I think we'll call this a win. All right, 73's tier one. Nice to catch up with you, especially mobile, and we'll get this one uploaded fairly soon. Back to you, go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. VK3CM,
Look at that signal.
VK6NWF mobile. I heard you on, probably about 3 weeks ago, you're working on Alaskan station on 20. I didn't bother annoying you then because you were talking to him, and I actually did try to work him a bit later after you left, but I couldn't make the trip over. But you're certainly coming through quite strong on 20 that day to Alaska, so yeah, that's good. I was just telling Mark here earlier, I worked Mauritius last night on 20, so that was a new country for me, Brendan, so I was pretty happy about that, Emma.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good one. I actually went on a, I was working with Cathay Pacific at the time. I went on a bit of a freebie. Cathay were flying into Mauritius at the time, and had to go there for an educational, and absolutely loved it. It was peace and quiet plus some, but yeah. And yeah, worked Mauritius a couple of times in my life, but it's not a common one, I've got to say. Actually, I worked West Sahara the other day, on that same day that I was working 20 metres, and that was another one I hadn't worked. So yeah, you've got to love having the the contacts that come up with countries you haven't had before. A lot of fun. All right, 73s to you. I'll get this video finished up, and yeah, fantastic. Oh, look, you made my day. You were absolutely knocking off the LEDs off the dial here, so you're 5.9 plus at this last part of the over. 73s, Wayne, all the best.
Yeah, no, it's Brenton 33, nice talking to you, and I got the station working pretty good on the mobile now.
Certainly
took
has.
a lot of time with bonding and earthing and stuff to get rid of the electrical interference. Had a lot of noise coming through from the injectors, but we got all that sorted out now. Still a little bit on 40 and 80, but it's not too bad. It's still workable down there, so and it's probably made a good ground plane as well during all that bonding. So it definitely works well, actually. So much so that I worked in a North American station the other day from the mobile. He gave a report 5x8. I pulled in the driveway, jumped on the base station, and he only gave me a 5x5. I've only got the dipole
Look how strong he is.
for 20, but you think at 10 minutes higher, the offset effect dipole would be working better than the mobile station, but wasn't the case, so I was a bit disappointed actually. Just about went out back in the car and working from there, but yeah, that's how it goes. Right, I'll talk to you later, mate. VK3 CF, VK6NWF mobile, cheers.
Yeah, good on you, Wayne. VK6 NWF, VK3 Charlie Mike. Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. Done the same myself from mobile to base, thinking I was going to make a bit much bigger improvement, and then the conditions turned on me. Cheers, mate. 73s, all the best.
Yeah, 73, mate, cheers.
Okay, so we had a question earlier, and I was thinking they were running a whole stack of FETs, but have a look at this. They're not. They're running 2SC 2879 transistors. Still booming in. Turn down a little bit. So they run. This is actually not a bad output stage. I would think they were running a whole lot of cheaper FETs, to be honest. And for 2SC 2879s, I reckon 400 watts is a bit of a push. 350, obviously. Yep, I agree. Look, you could definitely get it to peak 400 watts, I'm sure. But it was interesting just to sort of have a look at just what. This is a. Oh, sorry, wrong thing there. Oh, hang on. And we could be on the wrong model here. Let's double check that. Hang on. Well, we got lucky. That was the wrong radio, but the right radio does use 4 2SC 2879s as well, at a cost of around about $900 US. So it's got a good, robust output stage. It really has. It's actually a little more impressive than I gave it credit for when I first hooked it up, thinking I've seen these models before where they're using a stack of little FETs that look, they can produce the power, and yeah, they're okay, but look, I certainly feel better having a whole lot of 2879s in there as far as being robust. And like the other chap sort of asked about, have they gone to LD MOS yet? But no, they haven't gone to LD MOS yet, but that's that would be a nice way to get this thing to do well. Now, I'm not going to kid you. Obviously, the most common thing that you see on these things is that they're converted to CB radio. I think you've got to put a thing called an e-board or something into them. Not sure. I don't really get into the CB side, but one thing I noticed when I was hitting the that one, as I moved around over here, I could then go. So it really is a 24 meg right through to 32 meg. Now obviously that's going to vary. I would not be surprised. I can't do a test here, unfortunately, not without going and grabbing my 2 kilowatt dummy load. I wouldn't be surprised that it's probably got a little more power, possibly on 27. Unfortunately, a lot of people do tune these for 27 megs, and anyway, I'm not even going to bother getting the dummy load. I'm not that curious, but let's just see if it receives okay there, though. I can't transmit there, but I certainly can receive quite legally. Let's have a look here. Normally when 10 metres is open, oh, hang on, hit the wrong button then, didn't I? 5. I'm doing this the hardest possible. I could have just done, yeah, would have been a lot smarter. Oh, hang on, I'll be on upper. But as you can see, yes, they do work down there. You'll get down to 24 megs as well. Obviously, the antenna I've got is not a good antenna to transmit anywhere to do any other tests. Now, if I go back one, right, so that should allow me to do 10 kc spacing. Yeah, so you can actually whip through your 40 channels like so very easily. Is the Super Bowl open? Not much to the US at the moment. I'm pointing the wrong way too. A little bit. Let's just turn that antenna around just to see how the Super Bowl is doing. We'll bring that just to see if there's any US stuff coming through, or whether we're just getting a little bit of rubbish coming through while that's spinning around. How about 085? Oh yeah, just coming around to the US. I think 085's got more traffic on it than the Super Bowl. Oh, well, the band's definitely open, so that makes me want to go back up here to upper sideband, and let's have a bit of a beacons and repeaters. Hang on, CW repeat. Sorry, that's a repeater. Beacon. Sorry. Yeah, a little bit happening, but there's a few beacons coming through there. See if there's anything else on 10 metres. Overall though, hot receiver. Where was that? They might have been just finishing up, unfortunately. That's not bad. Nice little radio, actually. If you wanted something with a bit of power on 10 metres. Yeah.
Okay, well.
Now we're pointing towards the US now.
I can hear you. It's going to take me a little bit to tune up. I wouldn't worry about it. I'll take you about that long. If it's no there, I'll be moving to 50.
VK3 Charlie Mike.
I'll give you a call later, Rick. Yeah, okay. What's that? They don't want KE yet? Oh, Ken, okay. Ken, yeah, we'll meet you there, Ken, okay? Roger, I'll give it to now.
VK3 Charlie Mike.
All right. Wow. Well, the band is really good. I'd be very surprised if I didn't hear you guys.
I think it might be a net.
The other station just came in?
Oh, sorry. VK3 Charlie Mike. Just testing an old, well, not old, a Ranger 2970 N4. It's a little 400 watt mobile radio. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds a little pinched, but it's doing okay for a CB.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's pretty much what it is. All right. Sorry, what state are you in? Go ahead.
I'm in Santa Barbara, California. The call is Kilowatt Delta 6 Bravo India Sierra.
Thanks very much. VK3 Charlie Mike here, Northeast Victoria, Australia. 73s, thank you very much for the quick test.
All right. Sounding good. Sounding good. Doing the job.
73s. You know what? I like his comment. Not sounding too bad for a CB. You know what? He's not wrong. I mean, there are more of these. I mean, what I'm doing at the moment, showing you this thing on 28 megs, is because obviously I can show you, how well it works. It's not even getting hot. That's pretty good actually. and show you actually on an antenna. Where on 27 I can't do that legally, and I don't really transmit on 27 these days. I just I'm a bit of a 10 meter guy. So anyway, all right. Well, look, thanks guys. You've been learning with me as I've been learning. This is not a radio I know a lot about, but certainly been interesting to have a little bit of a play with it. And as you can see, look, I could go into a lot of different controls and what it does, etc. But in the end, you're not interested in that. You're interested in whether I can point and shoot and basically talk to somebody and get a signal across the world. And we were able to do that. Nice to get across the world and across to WA as well with Wayne. So fantastic. 73's RCI 2970N4. My short-term look at it, it actually gets a tick of approval for, as the chap in California said, a CB. 73's guys, all the best.